Guys, what's up? Welcome back to another classic review. My name is Midnight Strike 3625, and today we're going to take a look at Devil May Cry, which in my last review of Classic Game, I pointed out that it was a revision or a old version of the game Resident Evil 4. So, like I said, Resident Evil 4 went through a ton of changes, this game being one of them. Actually, this is the most drastic departure in that department from what Resident Evil 4 is and what just the series as a whole has become. And what they basically wanted to do was pull off a stylish, kind of a cool, slick, and stylish and speedy kind of hack and slash version of Resident Evil with zombies and infected and the like. But it was such a drastic departure from what the series is and always has been that they decided that it would be better if they made it a spin-off or its own series all its own. They opted for the latter and made it a series, and they called it Devil May Cry. So they changed around a lot of the characters. As you can see, Dante actually looks a lot like, if I can find it over here, he looks a lot like Leon. See the similarities? A little bit darker, a little bit slicker, stylish. He's got the two guns, Ebony and Ivory, which there's a lot of Easter eggs. Even the backs look the same. I've actually pointed this out in my review of Resident Evil 4, but even the backs look the same. I mean, look at that. So you can obviously tell that they were stemmed from the same game. So that being said, they're both really good. I don't even know which one I like better, but Devil May Cry is what we were going to be discussing today. And the reason why I don't have the HD version handy with me right now is because the HD collection for Devil May Cry was just kind of shoddily put together, it seems, and they changed around a lot of the controls that, for me, make this game unplayable. And with the hyped up difficulty, which I'll get into a little bit later in this review, that is almost next to impossible. So this game is probably the hardest game I've ever played, and I don't say that lightly. I am used to games with like hyped up difficulty, like Mega Man on the NES, and just like Gutsman stage, for one. Oh my god. But no, this game is one of, if not the most difficult games I've ever played. Hands down. Nightmare 3. Enough said. I still can't beat him. Okay, so I'm about 98% through the game, but I've seen like the ending and like the I should have filled your dark soul with light thing. I know what happens, and I played a little bit at my friend's house. So I do know what happens past that point, but it's so ridiculously difficult that I still can't beat it. I would like to beat it, but I'm probably going to put it on easy because I have it on normal right now. So that being said, it is very difficult, and that is in part due to the controls in some areas, but also some of the bosses are just really ridiculously hard, and it's just that much more rewarding to actually beat them. It's not one of those games where you're just frustrated to no end, to the point of where you just throw your controller at the TV, say fuck this shit, and give up. No, it's not like that. It's hard in that aspect where it's like you almost get it, you almost had him just in your fingertips. You had it at your fingertips, you almost won. And then all of a sudden you die, and you're just, like, you really want to just start again and try again because you almost got it. That being said, the difficulty makes it that much more rewarding when you kill a boss. You feel like a badass, for God's sakes. So there are tons of different weapons, tons of different power-ups, such as the Vital Star, the Devil Star. There's your Devil Trigger you can turn into various demonic forms. And Dante, your character, is the son of the demon god Sparta. And you get a giant sword for memorabilia for him towards the latter part of the game. So you'd meet tons of different characters, and there's a little bit of cutscenes. There's not many, and the dialogue in the cutscenes is just kind of comical, just kind of, him saying his little bit, his little cocky bit. So when they change the voice of Dante in future games, you don't really notice as much because he doesn't really talk in the first one. So overall, I played a little bit of the third one, about quarter of the way through the fourth one, and almost beat this one. This one so far is my favorite, but I might do something with 3, like a review or something later down the line and say that one's my favorite, but I don't know at this point. There are just tons of different variety of bosses, and even the enemies are just tons of variety in there. And as for the bonus stages, they tend to get a little tedious. So, to elaborate on that, the control scheme. usually the controls, like the snap jumping, what I pointed out, in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, that definitely did not help its case. But in this game's a bit older, so it has a little bit of an excuse, and it actually helps when you snap, jump, and you do like a flip, snap to a certain place, and then you can just slash behind the enemy. It really helps when you're facing hordes and hordes of enemies that you just need to hack and slash and shoot your way through. So the controls definitely benefit in that area. However, in certain bonus missions where you're jumping on top of skulls, no. You keep snapping to the wrong place. You keep snapping off of the skulls, if that makes any sense. And it's just like the controls do not fit that stage. So that's really one of my only gripes about the controls. As far as the bosses go, like I said, tons of variety, very hard. The difficulty is definitely hiked up, but that does make it a lot more rewarding. So the game itself is just a masterpiece. I absolutely love it. The only regret that I have is playing it as late as I did. I played it about 10 years after it came out. However, I do have one of my best friends who is a Devil May Cry fanatic who got it when it came out, and hopefully I'll be able to have him help me beat Nightmare. So, that being said, I am going to give this game a 9.5 out of 10. It is a very good game. Everyone should check it out. And I don't recommend the HD collection. If you have a PS3 only, then yeah, get that one for 3, because that's pretty playable. But the first one, I would definitely try and find a PS2 to play. So, PS2 version, Devil May Cry, awesome game. This is Midnight Strike 3625, 9.5 out of 10. Keep calm and rock on.